Amir used to play almost every day after school with Hassan. Amir was Baba's son. Everyone agreed that Baba had built the most beautiful house in Kabul. Hassan was Ali's son. Ali and Hassan were Baba's servants. Hassan lived in a mud house in the back of Baba's. Amir never thought of Hassan and him as friends, even though they taught each other to ride a bicycle with no hands, built a homemade camera out of a cardboard box, and spent the entire winters flying kites. Hassan used to have a hair lip, but Baba bought him for his birthday a plastic surgery to reconstruct his lip. By the following winter, it was only a faint scar, which was ironic because that was the winter Hassan stopped smiling. Every winter in Kabul, they celebrated the kite fighting tournament. That winter, Hassan and Amir decided to play once again in the kite fighting tournament. Amir was the one flying the kite, and Hassan was the kite runner. The kite runners were supposed to catch the kites that were cut. Hassan was the best kite runner. Amir and a blue kite were the only ones left. Amir was so close to winning and finally impressing Baba. He cut the blue kite. Amir looked at Baba. Baba was so proud. They went to the house and Ali asked about the kite fighting tournament. Later, he asked about Hassan. Amir told him Hassan was waiting for the blue kite so he could finally catch it. Amir went to look for Hassan, but he couldn't find him. He kept looking and asking if people had seen him. Some told him not to look for him because he was the servant, but someone told him that they saw him with a blue kite on his hands, but he was running away from some other kids. Amir started to hear some voices. He followed them. They came from one of the alleys. Amir peeked around the corner. He saw Hassan holding the blue kite, but he also saw Wali, Kamal, and Asef, the bullies. They wanted the blue kite, but Hassan refused to give it to them. They started to beat him, and then something terrible happened. Something that made Amir what he is today. Something that made Amir say, "I became what I am today at the age of 12." On a frigid, overcast day in the winter of 1970. Months later, Ali and Hassan decided to leave the house. This was the first time Amir saw Baba crying. That was also the last time Amir saw Hassan. A war started in Kabul. That made Amir and Baba come to America. Every Sunday they went to the flea market, where Amir met Soraya. Baba was getting sick. Baba had asked General Sahib for Soraya's hand. He had accepted. Later on, Soraya and Amir got married, and Baba died. Soraya and Amir tried to start a family, but Soraya never got pregnant. Amir became a writer. One day, he got a call from Rahim Khan, Baba's best friend and a man that had encouraged him to become a writer. Rahim Khan asked him to come see him. That would be the first time he left America. Amir arrived to where Rahim Khan was waiting for him. They started to have a deep conversation. After I bought Baba's house and my condition had gotten worse, I decided to look for Ali and Hassan. When I found Hassan, he and his wife offered me shelter. I offered them to come live with me, that I couldn't take care of the house. I also told him that you and Baba came to live to America, and that Baba had died. He told me that Ali had died. He rejected this, but later he came to me. He reconstructed all the parts of the house that were destroyed by the wars. He reconstructed them because he thought that after the war was over, he would come back. His wife got pregnant and gave birth to a beautiful boy named Sorab. He reminded me a lot of you. Hassan learned to read and write just to write you a letter. My condition was getting worse by the time, and I had to leave the house. I told them they could stay if they wanted. Of course, they stayed waiting for you. but something terrible had happened. The militia killed Hassan and his wife. Now Sorab is an orphan. I want you to go back and look for him. I have a family that will take care of him.
Rahim can. You can't be serious. I don't want to go to Kabul. I can't. Why me? Why do you want to pay someone to go there? I pay someone if it's a matter of money.
What I'm asking from you is to grant an old man his dying wish. There's something else. Something you don't know.
Please, Rahim can.
Ali was sterile.
No, wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Then who?
I think you know who. All Amir thought was how Baba could have lied to him. How could have Baba stolen his right to the truth?
How could you hide this from me?
Please, think, Amir. He was your brother. Sorab is your nephew.